Up, up,
Objectively.
Objectively, face off. We're doing it. Here we go. We're going. Alright, face off. Obsessed with bringing his terrorist, Castor Troy, to justice, FBI agent Sean Archer, I love the names by the way, tracks down Troy, who has boarded a plane to Los Angeles after the plane crashes and Troy is severely injured, possibly dead. Archer undergoes surgery to remove his face and replace it with Troy's. Face off. And what year was this? This was the year of our Lord.
Mm-hmm.
The year of our Lord, 1997.
BC?
Before, I believe so.
Mm-hmm.
But who really knows? So let me just talk for a moment about Hollywood for a second.
What the hell?
So you asked me before in a previous video, like, what does schlock mean to me? Okay, because I said Con Air was like schlock, and like a movie like Leaving Las Vegas probably wasn't very schlocky.
Yeah.
So the definition of schlock is like it can mean like trash or cheap. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So when I say schlock, referring to like Hollywood movies, I mean something that was produced through the Hollywood machine. And movies like Leaving Las Vegas were not produced through the Hollywood machine. They were more independently produced. So, Face Off, or actually, let's go all the way back to the earliest one. So, the director of this movie, Wong Lee, is that his name, Wong Lee? The director, imagine it's not John Woo.
Wow.
I'm sorry, God.
That's no wonder why you messed it up like that.
John Woo, he's a famous Chinese director. He directed a lot of Chinese action movies that are really good, in the 80s before this. And then he moved over to America, and in 1993 directed Hard Target, a very, standard boilerplate, action movie for the 90s. $20 million budget, and it got $74 million. So that's a success. In order to make money
For Face Off?
for Hard Target in 1993, in order to make money in Hollywood, you need to make back all the money you put into the budget of the film and then some. Okay, so if you make a movie for $20 million, and the movie is released, and in theaters you sell enough tickets for $40 million. Okay. Then any money you make after that is profit. So this movie made profit in 1993. So John Woo is now an established director in Hollywood in America, and he's directing standard action movies now because Hollywood sees that he can be trusted to handle a movie and make some money off of it. 1995, Leaving Las Vegas. This movie had a $4 million budget, which is like nothing. That's like no money at all. And it grossed $50 million at the box office. So that's a huge return. Maybe not, an enormous amount of money, but it's a huge return compared to how much money they put into it.
The ROI.
ROI?
Return on investment.
Return on investment. I thought you said ROI. Roy.
Return on investment. So that's like 10 times. 10 times in your budget. Over 10, really.
Leaving Las Vegas, Nicolas Cage, that was in 1995, won the Oscar for Best Actor that year for this movie. Okay? The very next year, he was in The Rock. $75 million budget. How much did it make? $335 million.
Wow.
That's a big return right there. Okay? This guy is now a worldwide known action star. Okay? You put him in a movie, it's gonna make money. There's no question about it.
The ROI is actually a little lower though. It's 5 times, and the other one's 10 times.
Yeah.
So Leaving Las Vegas was actually better.
For ratio, yeah, definitely it's better. The year after that, Con Air, all-star cast, lots of famous actors in it. It had a $75 million budget, the same as The Rock. It grossed $224 million. Not as much as The Rock, but still an enormous
like 3 times.
An enormous return.
If I could 3 times my money, I'd be really happy. In a year, how long does it take? A year to make these things?
Yeah, around a year.
Yeah.
Just under a year.
That's
like 9 months.
That's pretty crazy.
Face Off came the year after that with an $80 million budget, so a little bit more, higher budget now, and it yielded a $245 million return. So a little bit more in Con Air, not as much as The Rock, but still great return.
Still 3 times. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Pulp Fiction came out in 1994. I didn't write it down, but I remember it was 1994. It had an $8.5 million budget and yielded $213 million worldwide. So that's a pretty fucking good return, wouldn't you say? For $8 million. Imagine putting $8 million into like a stock, and then the next day it rises enough to make you $213 million. You'd be like, oh, that's
8 to 213.
Yeah. Do you know how much fucking money that is?
What is that rate? That's more than 10 times. That's like, are you sure that's right?
I'll show you.
8 to 200. What would that be? That's like it's like 30 times.
Pulp Fiction, 1994. Bucks.
I guess that's why it's a classic.
I love Pulp Fiction. I think it's a great movie.
Damn.
Right there.
I believe it.
So
that's incredible.
This Pulp Fiction skyrocketed. Oh crap!
Is by far the highest ratio of all of them.
Forgot his name now. Pulp Fiction. I gotta look it up. Pulp Fiction.
Quentin Tarantino.
No. Well, yeah, but no.
Talking about
the guy in the movie, John Travolta.
John Travolta.
It skyrocketed John Travolta's career. Do you know what movies he was doing before Pulp Fiction? Like garbage, like cheap B movie, like indie movies that no one was seeing.
Schlock?
A little bit, yeah. Well, he did a movie called Blowout in the early '80s when he was a lot younger. That is, I think, is a masterpiece, but no one really saw it, so he wasn't really well known. Oh, he was also in what was it? Disco Nights or something like that. It's like a disco movie. Whatever. It he wasn't like a huge star. He was kind of well known, but not really. This movie skyrocketed his career. He is now a worldwide known celebrity, same as Nicolas Cage. The 90s could pretty much, in movie terms, be described as Nicolas Cage, John Travolta. Okay, maybe a few others here and there. You could say like Tom Cruise, in Maverick, or what was it called? The flight movie, Air Force. Doesn't matter. These two were some of the most famous people in the world, okay? You put one of them in a movie, in a star role, it's going to make money. You put their face on a poster, people are going to come see it.
Top Gun.
Yes, Top Gun. That's good. Okay.
So you took the 2 powerhouses.
You took the 2 powerhouses, you put them in one movie, and you put both their faces on a poster. It doesn't matter what the fucking movie is. It's gonna make money. This is not up for argument. So think of this from a business perspective. Being a CEO of a movie production company like Paramount or Warner Brothers or whatever. Think, okay. We have these actors that we have a good relationship with, that we've worked with in the past, who've proven that they can be stars of major movies and make a lot of money for us. So we can invest a lot of money into a movie and know it's not a gamble because, we're going to be making our money back. They have a director now who's an established director who can make action films and not fuck them up and make them, semi-watchable for people to come in and watch them.
Or what was his name? Woo.
John Woo.
John Woo.
Okay.
Mr. Woo.
So all of these domino effects lead to the culmination of, in 1997, Face Off.
World renowned.
I absolutely love Face Off. I don't know how you feel about it. I thought it was amazing.
I do think it definitely was able to achieve something I've never really seen in a movie.
A lot of things I've never seen in a movie. Well, when I say schlock, like, I think this is the type of movie that I'm kind of referring to. Like Con Air, The Rock, Face Off. These are all movies I think are on just a similar level of just like, I don't know. It's like you can see all of the cogs and all the gears behind the scenes that are pushing to make these movies.
I'm confused. So you like it, but you think it's schlock.
Yeah, this is an example.
Like schlock.
This is an example of enjoyable schlock. I think Con Air and The Rock are examples of movies that I don't really enjoy them as much because this is schlock. It's like a ball going off a cliff into the center of an erupting volcano of schlock. Okay, Con Air and The Rock are just kind of like I don't know. They're just where they are. They're not very intelligent scripts or anything. There's no one behind the movie with a single vision that's like, yes, I want to make it this way. I want it to represent this. I want it to, speak about these ideas in society, whatever. Not that that's, important, but, it makes a difference. And these movies are products of an assembly line in Hollywood, of the Hollywood machine to create a profitable movie. Because that's, the whole point of the movie is just to make money. Okay? You could say that about most movies, but I think, for movies that I enjoy personally, the best movies that I enjoy are movies where they actually have a vision that they're trying to represent through the film, rather than, having a singular goal of just making money. So, yeah. That's my interpretation.
Yeah, I think if I could maybe phrase it is the way that it is. Like, if schlock was a genre, this was a really good example of how it could be done in a way that's good.
This is the best schlock.
Yeah, this is
the best schlock.
Yeah, The Rock I think was better than Con Air.
Really? Oh no, yeah, I agree. Yeah.
But
I thought you were gonna say Face Off.
No. Face Off was definitely because I feel like there was a little bit of just like psychological, like how would it. This seems like, I don't know, it's an interesting psychological experiment more so than just like, look at all these explosions. It's like, okay.
Yeah, that's pretty much what Con Air was, but look at all these explosions.
Look at all these explosions, Con Air, and then The Rock was like, it was, the most interesting part was the villain's purpose, but still it felt like kind of shallow because it didn't make sense. You're like threatening lives with lives. So, but this one was like, it still also didn't really make a lot of sense, but it still at least introduced this concept of like going into someone else's shoes in the most literal way possible.
I think what happened before they even had a script for a movie was someone in a boardroom somewhere at whatever movie production company made this movie was like, all right, sir, Mr. CEO of my boss, hello. So I got an idea for you, okay? Take $80 million, all right? Relatively small investment, and we rent Nicolas Cage and John Travolta and John Woo all for 9 months of work, okay, to produce a movie where they are all in it and they are all working. They all make a movie. By the end of 9 months, we'll have a movie, okay? It does not matter what the script is, what script we pick. It doesn't matter because no matter what the script is, John Woo will make sure it looks cool and it looks action-packed. Nicolas Cage will bring a crazy performance, and then what was the other guy's name again? John Travolta will stand there and look pretty. Like it doesn't matter as long as all these factors are together. We will have our return. Okay, it's a guarantee.
But there wasn't but you're kind of just admitting there was not very much vision.
No, yeah.
But you still liked it.
Yes.
But absolutely. You just said you prefer ones that have vision.
Yes, I do. I prefer ones that have vision.
But this one didn't, and you preferred it.
It does not, yeah. And
the real question is, what do you truly like? Because it's not vision.
The question is, what do I truly like? I don't know. Stuff that's entertaining. Like,
what part of this did you value, even though it didn't?
I valued Nicolas Cage's performance. I thought this is an example of a movie, because when I watch like The Rock or Con Air, I don't know, it's hard to explain. When I watch it, it's hard to sit there and enjoy it and just think, I can forget all these things that, like, okay, this doesn't make sense, or this wouldn't really happen in real life, or this or that, because it's just an enjoyable scene to watch in a movie, right? I couldn't really do that with Con Air or The Rock. I was just kind of being like, this is kind of just dumb. It's not that cool, because they're sacrificing these things like realism and what did I say? If it makes sense or not in the script or anything like that. They're not sacrificing these things so that you get a fun scene. They're just sacrificing these things, and then you don't get a fun scene out of it. It's just kind of like boring or cringe, or it's like, okay. But this movie, I don't know, man. Something about it. It's like,
I mean, it definitely did do that.
It crosses the line over cringe or unrealistic or doesn't make any sense or add up. It crosses the line so far that it reaches a point where you're just like,
I'm back in.
I don't know what this is. Fucking
you
crazy.
Won me back.
This is hilarious. This is amazing that everyone is taking this everything in the movie so seriously too.
It's very jumping. It's jumping the shark a lot with how crazy everything is.
Like, I don't feel like there's a moment in the movie where a character is just standing there and he's like, hey, can I stop for a second? This is kind of fucking like crazy, right? The fact that we're doing this, right? I mean, this whole plan, right?
Yeah, the first premise of like, okay, we need to convince this person, blah, 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 and the best way to do that is take all of the skin off them and put it on you. And it's like, that just seems...
It's like, that's their first idea, and it's like, no one's stopping going, hey, this is dumb, or, because like in The Rock, I feel like there was a bunch of moments where they were just like, hey, this is kind of crazy, right? Like, this doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it's very self-aware.
Yeah, I feel like there were a few moments in Con Air too where they were like, they kind of like joking about how ridiculous it is, and it's like, I think it's funnier when you take it as seriously as possible. When you're like, no, this is life or death, John Travolta. You need to take your face off right now. Stop being selfish and take your face off and put that serial killer's face on you who killed your son, and then go to prison and pretend to be him with magnetic boots. And this is the only way, And it's just like... Yeah, and he's just like,
it's very...
I gotta do my duty.
Very
something
outlandish, the premise. But
yeah.
It definitely makes for this psychological thrill of like putting opposite people in the opposite position.
Yeah. Yeah, I loved it. It was amazing. I loved every second of it. I thought it was really interesting how... because Nicolas Cage had to play Castor Troy in the beginning, but then when they switch faces, he has to play the other guy, and then John Travolta has to play Castor Troy. So they kind of
that was the coolest part of the whole thing.
I think that's also just interesting,
Definitely interesting. I find probably like being the good guy. What's the good guy's name?
Archer.
Archer. Being Archer has to be horribly devastating when your child gets murdered by anybody. That is horribly devastating. Like, near suicidal thoughts might be going through your head when you have that happen to you. Now, you have that happen to you, and now you are the one facing the consequences of the thing somebody else did, and that somebody is now living the life you are supposed to be living with your wife in your house, eating your food, doing your job. The guy who actually killed your son is doing that, and you're suffering the consequences he was supposed to be suffering. I don't think I could imagine a more devastating concept ever than that. Like that fundamental idea of just the reversal of those roles. I don't think anything could ever be worse.
I think I was after the movie ended, I was just kind of thinking like, man, it'd be so funny to like see a sequel or something to this movie, and they're just all sitting around at Christmas dinner, it's like, remember that one time?
Hey, you remember you in jail? You were in jail for killing your son, but you didn't kill your son.
Remember when that guy who killed her son like fucked you? Remember that?
Oh god,
Remember
yeah.
that?
That is the most horrible
That
part.
was crazy.
That's pretty
Anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't, like
that
psychologically, there's nothing that could be worse than that.
But anyways,
Okay.
we've talked about all this. Now let's talk about the movie. So the beginning of the movie, Castor Troy is like I don't know what he is. He's an evil guy, and he shoots.
He's pretending to be in the.
Well, no.
I love that.
No, I'm going back to the beginning. Oh yeah, I love that part too. But
it's like death metal. It's like head thrashing, but it's just a choir singing.
I want to be like that, Pastor Dave. He doesn't have any hair.
The girl. Was that a minor? You think?
You know, that scene was actually improvised. Actually,
a girl was a minor, and it was improvised.
What
does that tell you?
Yeah,
it was all acting.
Nicolas Cage, what are you doing? He's like, just
improvising.
I'm crazy.
This is my actor. This is my character doing this.
This is probably the greatest acting I've seen from him since leaving Las Vegas. Like,
he's really into
this scene. He's going for it. You know what I mean? He's not. There's not a single moment in this movie where he's phoning it in. Like, he brings it 100% every time. Like, he's in it.
A lot of this. A lot of eyes.
So Castor Troy kills his son, and then he's like. So then they're looking for Castor Troy years later, whatever. What happens? They're like, oh yeah, he's on the plane. He's like, suck my tongue.
Oh yeah.
You know, he's being.
I want a peach.
Yeah.
Give me a peach.
I could eat that peach for hours.
I could eat a peach.
And then the lady who sucks his tongue is like, FBI.
Yeah. It's like, whoa, you were just sucking his tongue.
Sucked his tongue.
I don't think you're allowed to do that, actually.
Did you see that South Park episode where the guys like they're where you know what I'm talking about?
It's like
all we need to do is hear the audio on the wire. All we need is the audio of him saying, "Yes, I will buy the hooker now. Here's the money." That's all we need. He's like, "Got it." And he goes in, and he's like, "So you're gonna buy a hooker now with that money, right?" He's like, "Yes, I am going to purchase you the hooker now with this money. Here you go, now." And he's like, "All right, let's do it." And then he's like, and then afterwards they put on their clothes. He's like, "Hands in the air."
Yeah, I don't know if you needed to suck that man's tongue in this. Why didn't you just do the FBI thing before you suck the tongue?
What if while you were sucking his tongue, he's occupied, and you pull your gun, and then he's not in defensive mode.
The second he sucks the tongue, then you pull out your gun without touching.
I mean, you bite his tongue off. How about that? Just something. Do something. You useless.
But you just made out with him.
Anyways, we all know she was really.
Yeah. It's a little suspicious.
Has anyone investigated that FBI agent?
Anyone talking about what she's doing right now?
It's like the end credits, and then it's just her behind like a screen, and she's like pulls back her cloak. She's like, "It was me the whole time," or something. I don't know. Anyways, so then he's like, Castor Troy's unconscious, or he's in a coma or something, and they're like, "All right." So
I like how she put out her cigarette on his comatose body.
Yeah.
Remember that scene?
Yeah.
He's like, "Yeah, he's out cold."
Oh, what did she say?
What
did she say? She's like, "Don't worry, he's a rutabaga or something."
Oh yeah, no, he's a parsnip.
Yeah.
Don't worry, he's a parsnip. Let me put my cigarette on a comatose man. And that's like.
Imagine they were in like a public hospital, and she just does that. She's like, "He's a vegetable," and then she's like, "Oh wait, this is the wrong guy." Anyway, and she moves to the next one over. She's like, "This is him." See, and it's just
like you didn't have to do that.
A room full of vegetables. Anyways, and she's like, "We need the information of where the bomb is that they planted," and it's like. Okay, well, I'll just interrogate all his buddies. Like, we don't have time. We need to. Time is of the essence. I think I wouldn't touch that.
What is this?
I think it's mold residue from an apple that I cleaned up yesterday.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, we'd probably wash your hand. Anyways, they're like, we need you. The procedure also, because they're like, yeah, we'll pull back your hairline. We'll do all these things. We'll attach the muscles to the things in the skin in his head, and make sure it also. And then he's like, yeah, we'll just touch down those love handles and everything. I'm like, man, They're literally like different sizes. Like John Travolta is huge, like he's a big man, and then Nicolas Cage is like a different size. They're a different size and shape. What are you doing? You can't just take off their faces and it be, what? Also, did they take off the skin from his entire body? Because
that was the thing that started to be really confusing because they're like, "Oh, don't take this one scar off my chest." I'm like, "Well,
so you're taking the rest of the skin off?
Touch your chest."
So, but then like,
and it's like, "Yeah, you should take off my chest." I don't know.
Yeah, at the end, then he's like, "No, I don't need it anymore." Like, why did you ever need
the
it?
Scar anymore?
I don't understand. Anyways, maybe I just don't get the nuance.
But it did seem like they were taking off all the skin, not just the face.
Yeah,
including the hair and the. It was very confusing. Like, where is the skin stopping?
It doesn't matter. This is a John Travolta, Nicolas Cage action flick. It's gonna make money, and so then they're like,
"Yeah, right."
So then they do the procedure, and he looks in the mirror, and then he's just like freaks out, and then they're just like, fuck you, and they're just like, calm down. What are you doing?
Chill.
I thought it was like also interesting is like, all right, now you look like a notorious murderous terrorist, and your first instinct is to like freak out and be violent, and it's like
to act immature. Just relax.
Yeah, and then
I want to know, did they exchange penises?
Yeah, I was thinking about that when he fucked his wife, because it's like you can't tell.
Know his penis.
She probably knew.
She might have known.
She knew.
Oh, unless they exchanged penises.
Dang.
Because they exchanged their chest skin.
What if they made?
Why would they change their chest skin?
What if they just made this whole movie and they were like, "We need you to replace your penis with his penis." They're not like face off it; it's just the penis. And like, we need you to go and have sex with his wife with his penis in order to extract the information.
You know what might have been an easier way to do all this? Instead of doing all
a million other things, could have been easier.
No, still through surgery, but it would have been the same concept. Is just do a brain swap.
That sounds harder.
How? Instead of taking off all of the skin on your body and putting it on to someone else's differently sized body.
They're like, all right,
they're not the same size.
We need to replace your skin. Now we need to replace your muscles with his muscles. Now we need to replace your bones with his bones. Like, and they just, can't you just replace the brain? Oh my God, are you the doctor? Are you a doctor? Let us handle it. God,
so much
everyone's
easier.
A doctor.
God, what are you?
I'm sorry. Who went to medical school? Did you go to medical school, or did I go to medical school? What? I'm sorry.
I know
what's going on?
more.
Do you want to do the procedure?
How to change
do you want to do the
somebody.
procedure?
I know so much more about changing people into other people than you do.
Yeah.
I can change anybody into anybody else.
This technology would be revolutionary for transgender people, I feel like.
Dude, brain transplants. I feel like that's...
Oh, I meant like the whole skin surgery thing.
Well, a transgender would probably be down with a brain transplant. Is that bad to suggest that?
Sure.
Would they want that? If you're trans, comment in the comments if you want a brain transplant into a woman.
I need a bong hit transplant. Anyways, and then his voice is the same, and he says, "I put a microchip in your throat," and that makes sense. And then they're like,
"Yeah, that was the only just like, so how do we change it? Well, I put a microchip in your voice."
No.
Like,
that's
what?
It.
That doesn't explain how it changes my voice. Microchip isn't change anything.
And they were like syncing up his voice after they did it. They were like making sure it was perfect.
Yeah,
and then they did the John Travolta guy, and did they not have to do that when they did it with Castor Troy when he was changing into John Travolta?
Well, later they helped him with that too.
I guess so. How
they did all of it under duress.
Yeah, under stress.
All of it had
under
a gun to your head. They did everything perfectly again.
Maybe that would make them.
Killed them.
Maybe that would make them even more like precise. Like, I don't know.
It would be.
What if
precise.
What if we have a new surgeries now where you have a guy just standing there the whole time with a gun, finger on the trigger. You're like, all right, don't mess up. Like, would that?
Is fear an effective motivator?
Would that increase the likelihood of survival in the surgery, or would it decrease? There's only
one way to find out.
So then he's in. So then they put him in the prison, and he's got the magnetic boots, and they're like, "Yeah."
What was the deal with the magnetic boots? That seemed very unnecessary.
They're like, okay, well, the way they described it was the entire floor of the facility is a magnetic field, and I'm like, wouldn't you only need the magnets in the boots, and then you just hold the ground is just metal already? Like, well, that sounds like
I thought that
expensive.
was the implication.
I thought no, because he said the ground is a magnetic field. That's what he said.
It did, but I feel like he meant that it was just touching the metal.
Okay, well, he didn't say that. Yeah. And then they can turn on and off each of their boots like separately, like you know, like they don't just turn on the floor on and off. So why did he say that? Anyways,
I feel like they didn't write that correctly.
I don't think they wrote this whole movie correctly.
I mean, all they had to do is change those wordings to be like, yeah, it attaches you to the floor, and we can turn it off if we want. So it's a pretty effective way to control people.
I mean, I feel like you didn't even have to explain it. You just show it, and
just say it's magnetic boots on a floor of metal. As it.
I mean, like, or just don't have it at all. Why is this a movie?
What was the point with magnetic?
So they're just trying to emphasize that this is a super high security prison. It's you wouldn't have anything else in a high security prison. You know, inmates can just walk around and start fights and riots whenever they want. It seems it's pretty easy to break out of this place. And then what happened? Oh yeah, and then he gets the info from his brother, and he's like, "You're pathetic," and then he walks away, and he's like, "All right, guys, got the info." And then Castor Troy shows up with his face, and then he's like,
"What? No, not my face! Give me my face back right now!" That's what he says in the movie.
Yeah, and then
give it.
And then he grabs him, and he's like, "Die!
I feel like he said that more than
he
once.
said it a lot.
Yeah,
he said it like
die.
He said it so many times when they're fighting. He's like, "Die!" It's like at the end of the movie, he's like holding him. He's like kind of choking him or something like that. Oh, he has a gun to his throat. He's like holding a gun. And he's like, "Please die!"
Yeah, and that was super weird.
Okay,
like this is cringe.
Calm down.
To say that in a fight.
Calm down.
Telling me to die? How about
it's
you
not that
make
serious.
Me die? Coward.
Quit trying to make me die and just kill me.
Stop saying you're gonna make me die and just do it.
And then his wife is there and she's like, cringe.
Yeah, I think I'm okay with being with the bad guy.
Dude. Your wife thinks you're cringe. Anyways, and then he's like, die. And so then they're in the prison and he's like, and he just walks out of line while they're marching somewhere. Like he can just walk away and no one stops him. And then he's just like, "I need a cigarette." And he's like, "You get back in line." He's like, "No, I need a cigarette." And then they get into a fight. And I'm like, what was his plan exactly? So he was going to get the cigarette. And then when he gets to the place where they're going to lobotomize him or whatever they're doing, the electric shock, he's like, "I need a light." And they're like, "Yeah, no problem. Here you go." And then he's like, "Okay. So now my plan is I'm going to smoke a cigarette, and then I'm going to tell the guy who's unconscious to wake up because he said something about his wife." And then the guy wakes up, and then the guy effortlessly beats up all these guards, like 5 different guards. And then Nicolas Cage takes a cigarette and burns that guy's hand, and then he's like, "Ah!" And then he gets out of the chair, and then they all fight, and then they win, and they get away. So that was his plan.
Is there a problem with that plan?
A few, but I guess
I don't think so.
I guess in the context of this movie, it's flawless.
It looked pretty damn effective, if I am to say anything about it.
Yeah.
You go do that thing.
Go, girl. You go, girl.
Go get out of the maximum security prison,
girl. And then what happened? He jumped off of the prison into the ocean.
Yeah, he opens up the thing, and he didn't even know the whole time he was in I
forget what they're called.
Ocean thingy.
It's no, there's a name for it.
It's a ocean liner.
Yeah, that's it.
No, it's not. That's ocean liner.
No, but no. Well, no. What's it called? No, it's an oil rig.
Barge.
Oil.
Ocean barge.
What's it called? They have ones for oil. What are they called for oil? Oil rig.
Rig? I think oil rig. It's a big thing in the ocean that doesn't move.
Oh, I remember what it's... I'm looking it up. I'm looking it up.
Oh my god, you're going to take the time.
Thing.
He's taking the time for you, folks, because he wants to get the right information to you.
What is...
It's called the platform.
They don't have a name?
Oil thing in the ocean. He Googles the words oil thing in the ocean.
No, I didn't.
Is what he Googled.
That's not what I Googled.
Everyone needs to know what you are.
This man is a liar.
And you are a coward.
This man has no respect for you, the listener.
I respect the listener way more than you could ever respect the listener. Hey, listener, look who the idiot is.
Is that good for the environment and prison out in the ocean? Let's talk about that for a second. I don't know. Alcatraz is a little different because that's an island. Oh, yeah.
How is that any different?
They had Alcatraz in the last movie we watched.
How is that any different?
Because it's an island.
What's the difference?
So it's like, it's already there.
That's a good point.
Anyways, so then they're like, he
jumps out,
and then he swims to land.
Yeah, they didn't actually explain how he got from that. The whole point of putting it in the ocean is so that you can't swim to land. But they just put it somewhere really close to land, so you could still just swim to land. Like, that defeats the whole point of it being in the ocean.
Wouldn't they have, like, boats or something? And they'd be like, oh, he jumped off, go get him. Oh, look, he's right there, he's swimming away.
Or helicopters.
Just go grab him.
Or
they had a helicopter. I think it exploded. I don't remember. And then, so then he gets there, and the whole time John Travolta's fucking his wife and doing his job for him. And John Travolta's like, now...
He's being a better man than he could have ever been.
He's being a better cop than him.
He could never love a woman as good as he can love a woman.
I guess so. His wife seems to be enjoying it.
His wife loved being loved by him more.
She didn't really seem to have any complaints before she found out.
It was better. Then he's disappointed when she figured out, this isn't really you.
She's like,
I guess I'll just... She never was that happy to see him later. When she never really was.
Yeah.
And he was like, I've been in love. I've been his wife for the past 2 weeks.
Well, there's that part at the end where he's like, it's me, honey. And she's like, because she does the blood test. And she's like, I don't know who to trust. And it's like, okay, so you might have some trauma now where she's like, every time she sees John Travolta's face, she's like, is it really Castor Troy?
Ooh.
Maybe. Let's see his penis. Penis then he's
test.
like, honey, it's time for our daily penis test.
Okay, jerk off test. Do you jerk off is the same jerk off?
Do you have the same motion?
Is it?
Do you have the same rhythm?
No, I have to jerk you off to see if you feel the same way when you
What does that mean?
Come test. Okay, come for me right now. We're gonna test.
We should make a new podcast called Come Test. So then she's like,
come test.
So then she's like, and then what happened next?
She's like, so they did the blood test, and she's like, I've been his wife for 2 weeks.
Some stuff happened before that, right?
He takes her blood while he's sleeping, which I don't know how realistic that is.
Yeah.
You put a needle in someone when they're sleeping? That sounds like you would wake up. How do you not wake up someone putting a needle in you when you're sleeping?
Yeah. Also, by the way, he woke up from a coma. I thought that was interesting. Anyways.
Well, people do that. That's the unrealistic part that you're having a problem with? Okay, if we want to talk about unrealistic, how about this? How about, instead of doing the face-off thing, how about have a digital version of him talk to him through a TV?
Or like over a phone or something.
Yeah, or over a phone. How about that instead of take an entire body and put it on someone else's body? That could have been possible.
Or how about torture?
Because you're not going to know everything about the... You have to know all of the intimate details that these two people know that no one else could possibly know.
They're like,
they probably figured out really
quick.
The
lady was like, nobody knows Castor Troy better than you.
Yeah, but you don't know everything about him.
You've lived and breathed Castor Troy for the last however many years.
And there's a moment where he's like, what medicine have I taken this whole time? And he's like, I know what medicine you've taken.
And then he says it. And then he says the right medicine.
Like as if he didn't even think.
But he acts like he might have not known for a second.
It's like, Xanax. Or whatever it was.
He's like, yeah, that's...
I guess he maybe had to think about it.
He's like, yeah, that's right. I don't know why.
Maybe he had to think about it. Maybe he didn't remember.
Yeah, and he's got it written on his hand. He's like, it's...
there here.
Read my hand.
It's called Xanax. Put it on my elbow.
Yeah.
Whole body's covered in writing.
And then he's like, all right, what happened? Oh yeah, he goes to his place. He goes to Castor Troy's crib.
His Home base.
And he's like, I'm gonna take his face. And then he's like, what do you want to do? You want to take it? He's like, I want to take his face.
He has to act crazy.
And then he goes in the mirror and he's like, and then that lady's just standing there, and he's just like, and she's like,
I'm the guy. This is what the guy does.
Yeah. And then it's because he's starting to lose his mind.
And he learned that he had a son.
That's so fucking stupid.
That was sad.
And then he's at the end of the movie, he's like, all right, we got a replacement now.
This is gonna be your son now.
Don't think about the other kid. This is
just kind of sad.
Same kid now. Just we're just gonna roll with this.
We're gonna replace our old kid with the new kid.
With the kid of the guy who killed our son.
I mean, there is like a cosmic justice to that.
I mean, it's only fair.
It is a little bit.
Hey, man, you killed my son. Look, just give me yours and we'll call it.
I feel like that could have totally been a law like 2,000 years ago. Like, if you kill someone's son, you have to give him your son.
Now I have to. All right, so then it's like, what happened? And then they get in their shootout at the place, in the crib, in the
big shootout
facility.
Yeah.
And then.
And then
the famous scene.
The rest of the movie happens, in which Nicolas Cage and John Travolta have opposite faces, and then
that movie ends.
They hate each other.
So then, okay, and then, what happened?
Unironically,
and then they're like, okay, so then Castor Troy, or I guess
they go to the funeral.
The archer guy goes.
Oh, he kills the boss.
His brother
kills the boss. Okay. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he goes like whack, and then it's like he had a heart attack. And it's like, okay, well the paramedics are gonna notice that he didn't have a heart attack and that also you broke his neck or something, right?
So what I've come to learn through a death in my family, they don't actually do autopsies unless
there's foul play.
Yeah, unless you're suspected of foul play. So they might not.
What if you're just like, can we just get one? Can we request an autopsy?
It's expensive.
And they're like $50.
Like it's.
Can I get a cheap autopsy?
Probably very expensive.
What's the cheapest autopsy?
But I would suspect that the second the paramedics come, they would probably look at the body a little bit and be like, "Is he still alive?"
Hear me.
Yes or no.
For the cheapest autopsy near you in wherever we live,
Buckhead, Washington.
Yeah, expect a private cost of $3,700 or $7,000.
Expensive.
That's not bad.
That's expensive if you don't have any suspicion for foul play. Like, why would you spend that money if you're just like, he's old, he has heart problems, it makes sense that he probably had a heart attack. It would make less sense for the number one person involved with him to kill him. That doesn't make any sense. Unless
he had a motive.
He had the face of the bad guy.
No, he had a motive because he got his job after he died, right? So that's a motive. You have a motive. Now you have a motive.
Hey. Tell it to the judge. $3,000 for a simple autopsy. But yeah, if they had investigated, they would obviously seen.
Like what quality autopsy, would you get if you just gave him like $150 bucks?
Do a back alley autopsy.
Like how much
body,
does the quality dip really?
Go to a black market autopsy exam.
You think that like when you're working on an autopsy, there's a lot less pressure now because you're just like
What if you fuck up the autopsy? What's the worst that could happen?
Oh no, he's back to life.
Oh no, I didn't get the cause of death right.
Dang it.
Oh, big deal.
Dang it,
he's already dead.
Yeah.
I'm not saving anybody by getting the autopsy right. If I was an autopsologist, I would just say random shit. And they have to believe me.
Yeah, what are they going to do?
What are they going to do? Do your autopsy yourself if you don't like
Go ahead. Oh, here are the tools.
Do all the autopsy yourself.
Take your time. Go ahead. We're waiting. We're waiting. Anything. Yeah, go ahead, man.
Do all the medicine and all the autopsy yourself.
That's what I thought. The medicine.
I remember that's what I feel like.
Put him under.
When I go into a doctor's office, the doctor could tell me anything, and I'd just be like, okay. And if I disagree, it's like, okay, do the medicine yourself then.
That's how I feel about. That's how I feel about like crematoriums. Like they give you a box of ashes. And
well, that would be a lot easier to do yourself.
It's like, oh, well, no, I'm saying. What I'm saying is like they just give you a box of ashes, right? Like, what do you?
Oh, you just have to trust them. That's the right.
Like,
this was actually just my fire from my fire pit last night.
I saw a documentary about like the world's worst crematorium or whatever, and it was of all these dudes just doing drugs and shit with like body parts everywhere in their basement, just throwing stuff in a huge fire and just scooping up ashes and putting them in a box and giving them to the family. Just being like,
well,
here you go.
Let's be honest here. Who cares?
Yeah, I mean, I don't care.
It's just ashes. Like, if they gave you real ashes versus not real ashes, how's that going to affect your life?
Okay, how would you no ashes? How about that? Would you rather have that? That's what I thought.
Keep the body for myself.
I have plans for it. Anyways,
they will never know, and it's way cheaper to just burn logs,
guys,
and bury the bodies in the back,
guys,
and give them the log.
What
ashes.
they doesn't know doesn't hurt them.
But it literally wouldn't hurt them.
Yeah.
In any way.
I mean, you know what I mean.
It would be exactly the same.
Yeah. I also think about like dog food. Like, say it's like chicken flavored or whatever. It's like, okay. Is it? Is it really?
Well, you've tasted it before, right?
We all taste it. But
it tastes pretty good.
It just tastes like dog food every time.
Nah,
it doesn't taste like chicken.
You haven't tried enough dog food.
Oh yeah, you know the good stuff.
Look,
you know where to get the good stuff.
Look, why did they make it taste so good if it's only for dogs?
That's true.
It doesn't make. I think they know people like me and Larson eat it. There's a
conspiracy going on,
and it's like 1/10 of the price of normal. Like now I can have steak and salmon and lobster, and it's like 1/100th of the price.
Yeah. And
it doesn't go bad. It doesn't need a refrigerator. And
I think it definitely goes bad.
It's good. It tastes really good.
I mean, I would never eat it, but I'd feed my dog it every day.
I eat it every day.
Yeah, and my dog complains that he doesn't like it, and I'm like, and I go to eat and I walk away to eat my steak dinner, and I'm like, quit complaining.
I would
fucking loser.
You lower life form.
You're pathetic. Anyways, so then he, what happens?
What were we talking about?
Dr. Doolittle, I think, is the movie we're discussing.
Oh, Stuart Little. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Ratatouille.
So then they go to. Are they at a funeral or are they just at church? I thought they were just at church.
Funerals usually happen at churches.
But I thought that weddings happen at churches, or it could have been a wedding.
It was the funeral. They were all dressed in black.
For who?
For the boss.
Oh.
I just got killed.
Legitimately forgot.
But to be honest, I actually am confused about this or was the funeral for the brother who just died?
Why would they be going to the funeral for the brother?
I guess not.
Like you're saying...
But no, the confusion is the fact that... And then the other guy comes. I guess it's to respect the boss. But I guess it's the boss's funeral. Because the brother dies.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that funeral is supposed to be for that guy or the boss.
Well, if they went to his funeral, then everyone would be like, "Why are we going to catch brother's funeral?"
Yeah, you know what? But then why does he show up then?
And then Castor Troy's cousin dies from a car accident, or something in Arkansas, right. And they're just like, "Guys, we gotta go to the funeral." And why?
Or could it have been the funeral to any of the other people he burned to death in that fire?
all the hundreds of people.
No, those 3 guys.
Oh, the doctors.
Yeah. His best friend.
Yeah. No one cares about them.
2 people who he knows are in the opposite face. Where were their funerals?
Nah.
What about their families?
They don't need them.
We don't talk about them.
We don't need...
He burned. That guy actually died very quick and not much suffering.
The guy who burned alive?
No, the guy who...
Oh, yeah.
The boss. Just very quick.
And he was old.
Very old.
He's probably going to die, soon.
It was a mercy killing, actually.
He's doing him a favor.
He should have died.
Yeah.
I'm actually happy he died.
Actually, that was my favorite part of the whole movie. Watching him
excited.
Watching him struggle.
I also like the part where the people burn to death.
Yeah.
And where they rip the face off. And where the child dies. Those were all my favorite parts.
Yeah. After his face got cut off, he was talking on the phone. I'm like, don't you need lips?
How do you do this?
Talk. Hey,
you could totally talk without lips, but you couldn't do P's or B's or M's or... That's about it, I think. So just avoid those letters. You could talk. You could talk finely if you don't use your lips.
What if you only had lips?
Lips.
Yeah, nothing else.
My whole body's covered in lips.
Ooh.
I have lips everywhere on my body. Your eyes are technically lips.
Someone might like
Have
that.
you known that?
I can think of a few other things that are lips.
Eyes are lips.
So
Your
then
eyelids
you, then
lips.
there was, so they're at the funeral,
and
then he shows up and he's like,
after everyone left,
and there's doves everywhere, and then he's like, hey,
shoot,
I'm gonna kill you. Oh yeah, and then
wife comes in.
Yeah, and then
and then they do this unbelievable Mexican standoff, probably like the biggest one I've ever seen.
Yeah,
they had like 5 people, all pointing guns at each other.
No, I like when the girlfriend showed up and she's pointing, and she's like, and he's like, Tracy, what the fuck are you doing here?
Yeah, so like she didn't even know. She never knew that they had their faces swapped.
Did she? I don't know.
I don't
That's
think
a good
she
point.
ever knew.
That's a good point.
It was really confusing.
I kind of
acting.
I thought I guess I just assumed that they talked about it off screen. They're like, hey, by the way, this is what's going on. Can you help me now? And then she's like, yeah, no problem. But then it's also like, so she doesn't like Castor Troy anymore?
No, she's aiming the gun at the cop.
So she genuinely thought that was still the cop.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think. Because at the very end, she says, promise me you won't let our son grow up like us.
Yeah.
Which is implying she still thinks he's the bad guy and she's the bad girl. Bad girl.
Then she dies, and
then she dies, and then the boat scene.
No, and then he's there with his daughter.
Oh, the daughter.
And he's like, and she's like, what the fuck is going on?
And she's like, my dad's cool now.
My dad is hot.
She's like, he's not flirting with me. There's a scene where they're flirting.
Yeah.
There was a flirty scene.
That was really weird.
Daughter, father, son.
Yeah, protection.
Flirty time. Nothing wrong with that.
And
nothing
then
wrong with that.
And nothing wrong with a little incest.
Well, father-daughter incest.
Only father-daughter incest is
that's the way
appropriate.
That's the fine one.
Any other incest is off limits.
Well, that is just immoral, except for father-daughter
Oh my god. Well, it makes sense.
It's just logic. That's how our ancestors have lived for thousands of years.
How do you think Adam and Eve made a whole bunch of kids, huh?
Where did Adam's son have sex with?
Exactly.
Well, it could have been a sister, but if there was no sisters.
Well, I mean, sister,
Then
daughter, what's the difference?
Daughter,
it's
mother.
all a whole. Anyways, so then you're like,
Incest,
and then you're like, and then he goes had this sex with his wife, and he's like, ew, you're not my daughter. Get out of it.
Oh,
Get out of our room.
God, I just had sex with a woman who wasn't my daughter.
Oh no, what have I done?
This is the worst thing I've ever done.
This is the worst day of my life.
What have I done?
This is the second worst day of my life.
Whoa.
Okay, anyways.
I don't want to know what
And
the
then
first worst day was.
And then he's like, and then she takes the knife. Got it? Callback. It's a callback to when he was like, use the knife, and she takes the knife and is like...
She had a butterfly knife.
Yeah.
That was the only time I've ever seen someone use a butterfly knife.
That was like the first time she's ever done... She was like... I was like, wow, that looked like you trained, like you practiced that.
Yeah, it's very military. But again, like butterfly, I just feel like butterfly knives are the most stupid knife to actually be of any practical use. Like butterfly knives
they look cool.
They're good. They look cool, and that's it.
That's all you need.
That's all they do is look cool. People look cool and they're...
You know what a gravity knife is?
It's like, okay.
Do you know what that? It's a gravity knife is like the only knife in the U.S. that is like banned. You cannot buy or sell a gravity knife. I don't really know.
What is it?
So it's a knife. It's a handle. So it's just a handle, right? And you press a button, and the knife pops out, and then you press a button, and it pops back in. It's really cool, but they're banned in the U.S.
I know there are knives that they pop out, but I think you have to push it back in. I don't know.
I guess so.
The gravity knives?
Yeah.
Why is it called a gravity knife?
I don't know.
Because of gravity?
It doesn't work. It defies gravity. Maybe that's why.
Anti-gravity knife?
What if you made a pen that you could use in zero
space upside down?
You could write any
word you want.
Down, sideways.
What kind of language do you write in?
Chinese.
That would not be allowed in this country.
Nope. You can only use this pen to write Chinese.
Only freedom letters in this country.
Any other letter, it doesn't show up. So then they're in the space station, or no, they're in the church, and then they're like,
butterfly knifed his dad.
And then he's like, God, it hurt. God. Why would you do that?
Let me get on a boat.
That was really uncalled for.
Boat away.
That was really uncalled for. I like how in this movie the bad guy is not afraid to just blow people's head off. And not, he's just constantly
right
just
after
like
that,
pop, pop, pop.
Right after that knife stabbing, he just kills like 5 people just to get to a boat.
Yeah.
And it's like, ooh.
Wait, this is a real villain. Like, this is not like...
Let's all remember how bad and evil this guy is real quick.
I like that.
But, I mean, like, he didn't need to do that, though, especially with the cop car.
He's evil.
Because he's a cop.
Yeah,
so he could have just gotten in the car. You didn't need to kill this
He's in a hurry.
It would have maybe been... helped you
like
to not do that.
It's a half second faster
you
to just kill
wasted your bullets. You wasted your bullets, and now people probably heard you and saw you, so now you're like even more suspicious.
So then he goes to like the boat, and then he gets in the boat, and then he shoots the
boat driver,
and then he makes the explosion happen while in the same shot he's like driving away in the boat into the distance. I'm like, that's a cool shot. That was really cool. Well executed. Good job.
This is where they're really jumping the shark with the boat chase scene.
And then they're on the boat, and then he's like hanging off of the boat and is like dragging in the water.
Oh yeah,
that
was crazy. That was real.
I was trying to see if that was Nicolas Cage's. I was trying to see if that was actually his face. Because is that a stunt double? Because I was like looking. I can't even tell. Like it looks good.
It
looked like a seamless transition.
And it looked like he was actually just holding on with his hands.
Yeah.
Which. How much force would you have to hold on to that thing to make sure you don't... That sounds like it would be really difficult.
Looked a little painful, yeah.
Like, it's just iron grip.
And then they go off a ramp, and they're like flinging in the air. I did see John Travolta had a stunt double. I saw it was a different guy when they were like slow motion through the air. So...
Pussy.
So...
Coward. Yeah, John Travolta, you're a coward.
Canceled.
Nicolas Cage would never do that.
Yeah, but it was Nicolas Cage. I saw that.
He's gonna come on this podcast,
did his own stunt,
and he's gonna tell us all about it.
And then, so then they land, and he's like, and they're fighting, and then he has the harpoon gun, and
they harpoon him,
and then he starts cutting up his face, and he's like, "I'm crazy," and then he kicks him in the nuts, and he shoots him, and then
we missed the part where they look at each other in the mirror.
Oh yeah,
that was the best part of the whole movie.
That was nothing else in the movie mattered.
That was the best part of the whole movie.
Point of the movie was culminating.
Yeah, literally, that was just like how in Twilight, there's a part where the wolf guy and Edward and the girl are all in a tent together, and it's cold, and the girl has to get warmed up, but the vampire is cold, so the wolf guy has to hug up next to the girl in front of the vampire. There's a moment where he says to the vampire's like, "This is bullshit," and the wolf guy says, "Oh, don't worry, I'm hotter than you." That's the whole point of the Twilight series, was that one scene.
Sounds like porn.
You remember that scene?
I don't.
That was the best part of the whole movie.
I've never seen those movies.
It was the best part of the whole movie. I'm hotter than you. And he looks at him in the eye while he's cuddling with his girlfriend.
He's like, yeah, you are.
He's like, yeah, you kind of are. Can you show me more how hotter you are than me?
Prove it.
Yeah, if you can prove it to me. Come on, let him do it. Yeah, that felt like the whole purpose of Twilight was that one scene. Well, the whole purpose of Face Off was that one scene. Well, looking at the
Twilight movies are based off like books, right? And they're pretty horny. Books.
That was the whole point of the books.
Yeah. Books are a little horny. So then they because you can like say in a book, hey, there's a sex scene happening right now in the book, but you can't see it, so you can say anything.
Why you make a movie.
Say anything about it. But then when you make the movie and you're making that scene, you're like, we can't really show it.
I think they might be minors.
In the book?
Yeah. And in the movie?
Or who wrote the book. So they're in the movie they're all actors who are like in their 30s. So
well, they're like in high school, so
in their 30s.
Minors.
So then,
But the whole point of the face-off was definitely to have them look at the mirror and
they have
shoot
sex scenes in
at the mirror.
that show Euphoria, and they're all like
that was
mid-20s.
That also made me kind of uncomfortable because they're in high school, so they're like minors technically. So how do you feel about that? Looking at Sweeney.
Imagine, I mean, I don't mind looking at her, but hey,
when she's a minor in high school,
she was.
You don't mind looking at her?
She was an adult.
I don't know.
You don't know.
Was she?
I didn't check.
Yeah, so she might have been. Now you've publicly admitted what you are to the public. Once you get a little heated up, God, exposed.
What was
that? Better be the title of this.
What was I saying before? The title of this video is just exposed.
Larson exposed for being attracted to Sydney Sweeney
oh my God.
while she's in a minor in the show Euphoria, and then we talk about Face Off the whole time.
and then also the movie Face Off. What was I saying about Euphoria? I was gonna say something else. I don't remember.
There's sex scenes in Euphoria.
And then, anyways, Face Off, and then they're like, he shoots him.
And then the movie ends.
And then he's like, I don't need the scar anymore, I'm good. And then he brings the kid home.
Why didn't he need the scar anymore? What changed that made him feel like he doesn't need the scar now?
Also, you have technology to just remove and put scars back on and stuff like that. Like, that's just a thing you can do.
The scar is the surprising part to you?
Yeah.
They did that with the whole face.
But, like,
and every part of even the penis.
Okay,
they did it with the penis.
So they didn't show it, but they had to have taken the skin off of his entire body.
Of his penis.
But his chest.
Yeah.
Because that's where the scar was.
Right.
So then they just have somewhere.
That's so chest. True. They definitely, with the chest, they confirmed it's the whole body.
So
it has to
they
be
just
the whole
have
body.
like a fridge or somewhere, just like his chest with his skin on it. And then they just have it.
Chest with the skin on it.
Or they have it on the guy. It's on the guy now, right? Because they switch bodies.
Yeah.
So it's just on there. So he's like, hey, afterwards, can you make sure this stays here? Like, why wouldn't it be there?
It's almost like they didn't actually swap the skin. It's like they did something to all of the skin.
Oh, no, wait. I forgot. They had that scene where they were replacing that guy's ear, remember? And they made a synthetic ear.
But why do they do that with his chest?
So it's like after the procedure. The procedure is done and he's back to his normal skin, it's like it's all synthetic skin now?
But why? Why do that? That just seems... How about make a synthetic face?
Hey, Doc.
Why do they need the same face if they can make a new face?
When this is all over, can you give me a couple more inches down?
There's nothing immoral about this. I can just choose now the way my body is through this surgery.
Doc, no, I mean, can you make it have like bumps and stuff too?
Give it ribbed for her satisfaction, please.
I mean, can you put a vibrator?
Can you make it like get hotter and colder on demand?
Like, what do you think? What do you think that looks?
Okay.
Like, what do you think?
Let's refer to a sexologist of it.
No. You. What's your opinion? Don't leave.
You
can't leave.
It's fine, man.
No. Look close.
Look close. Breathe on it.
Really.
Breathe.
What do you think? Really.
Do you feel like it's firm?
Is it doing something for you?
And then it ends. So here's my question.
Also, what was the thing with the face where they're doing like that?
They needed to do that so that the woman could tell it was him when he did it to her.
I thought
that was the whole point of that.
Oh, is that how he did it?
That was like oh my God, you really are him because he did that. That was the only service that I could think of. Okay, here's my question. Here's my question about the whole movie. What's the moral to the story?
Forgive the guy who murdered your child?
Is that the moral? Is that what he did?
Murder the guy
killed him.
Who murdered your child.
Is that the moral to the story?
Have sex with your daughter?
Is that...
I don't know.
Moral to the story is don't swap faces with the guy who killed your son.
Yeah.
That's the moral to it. And honestly, I feel like that question like it's a cheesy question, what's the moral of the story? But when that question is very, very hard to understand or like even try to recognize there is a moral to a story, that I feel like maybe that correlates with the schlockiness of a show.
Yeah, no theme.
Like there is no message.
Yeah.
What is the message of Face Off? Don't swap faces with the guy, and then accidentally have him not wake up from the coma and then he kills it. Like, what's the? There's no message. There's no like absolute concept. Something like leaving Las Vegas, there is a message. The message is like, find happiness even in unexpected places. Mm-hmm. But what is the message of Vegas? There is nothing. And same with Con Air. Yeah. It's like, what is the message with Con Air? Yeah. Don't accidentally kill someone when you are defending your wife.
Yeah,
like that. There was no message.
Put a bunch of convicts on a plane and expect them not to try and break out.
There's no message here.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're understanding like my entire gauge on how I rank movies in my head. Like when I see a movie, it's like when I see a new trailer for a movie come out, I can immediately know if it's gonna be good or bad, or if I'm going to enjoy it or not. Not if it's good or bad, because that's subjective. If I'm going to enjoy it or not, I know immediately from the trailer that comes out, because I'm like, okay, this is clearly just trying to make money off of it's this crazy action movie, and then I see a trailer for another movie, I'm like, oh wow, this movie looks like it's trying to speak about something in society. It's very deep and that, it's personal and it's
being deep and personal is great, but it just any message,
yeah,
at all,
sure.
There's no message
there. The movie Alien. From the 80s. That's a great movie. It's like an action movie too. It's a horror movie, but the message, the underlying themes of the movie are about sexual assault. Did you know that?
I remember you told me about that.
Yeah, so that's.
I remember he brought this up during Thanksgiving last year.
When there were children
present. A bunch of people who he never met before.
Hey, they were talking about movies.
They were talking about movies, so I talked about rape.
It's their fault.
And
man. Well,
that was a perfect moment.
Maybe they shouldn't be wearing that.
They shouldn't be wearing that.
I saw this video where they were talking about mosquito bites, and he's like, I just keep getting bitten by mosquitoes. Like, well, what were you wearing? And then the ladies there were just like, what do you mean? What was she wearing?
Funny.
No, I mean, just
Are you victim blaming right
now? Some people.
How dare you?
I don't know. And they kept that going for 5 minutes, and then someone was like, hey, I just googled it. All mosquitoes who bite you are actually female. And then they were just like, wow. It's
lucky.
There's nuance to
Look who's in trouble now.
Anyways, what was I saying before that? We're talking about Alien. Oh yeah, so movies. Movies. I don't know. For me, I've seen a lot of movies. It's pretty easy to tell if I'm gonna like a movie or not. And yeah, it's this movie is just so crazy that it surpassed the level of, okay, this is shot to, it's okay, this is historically significant now because how bad this movie is. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Would you say it's so bad it's good?
I would say this movie represents a period of time in Hollywood and in human history when all the right pieces were in place to put together a piece of art like Face Off. And I hope they talk about and watch this movie for generations. And, yeah. I mean, this is these two actors in the 90s were basically think of a famous actor today. They were I don't know what's a famous actor right now.
Justin Bieber.
Robert Downey Jr. and Pedro Pascal or someone. I don't know.
He's popping off right now.
They were just the biggest stars. And they were okay. This movie's gonna make $1 billion or whatever, or however many it made, 200,000 million.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's just interesting to look at a movie like this as a time capsule and be wow,
look at that,
look
at where we were, look at how far we have come.
It's interesting. In 1974. Chinatown was the most successful movie of that year, and it's
1974.
Yeah, I'm talking about a different movie now. Chinatown was the most successful movie that year, and it was clear that in order to make a good movie, you needed to have a very smart script with good acting, and lots of different themes and things. And then over the years, 20 years later, that changed, and now you just need to have a certain criteria of things in the movie to guarantee your money back.
Wow.
And nowadays, we have algorithms and AI to tell us what will make the most money in a movie. And memes.
And it's better.
It's better.
It's finally made it.
It's never been better. We've reached the peak.
Good for them.
Okay, Con Air. I'm sorry. Face Off. Whatever. Same
Con
thing.
Air.
Same thing. How I'd rank it.
I mean, Nick Cage's out of 10?
7 out of 10. That's what I give it. 7 out of 10.
I'll stick with that. 7 out of 10 for both of us.
What's we gotta put it on the list.
We allowed to have the same review?
No.
Oh, and now you're going to show the list, aren't you? Because this is going to be edited.
Don't say that.
In a computer.
In case I'm not.
And the computer's going to arrive.
Sometime.
Today.
Okay, anyways, so Leaving Las Vegas at the top, Red Rock West, Raising Arizona, Vampire's Kiss, Moonstruck, All the Heart, Con Air at the bottom. We didn't put The Rock anywhere. Where's The Rock?
This needs to be a tier list.
I'd put The Rock maybe. I'd put
The Rock? Oh, we didn't put The Rock.
I might be put it a little better than Wild at Heart, maybe, but not better than Moonstruck, or maybe above Moonstruck.
See, I don't like that. It needs to be a tier list where it's just A through F.
Well,
and it's a lot easier to grade it.
I can literally just do this.
Like, on a scale of S, A, B, C, D, E, F, which one would you put it as?
Like, I can do that. And then
Yeah,
like,
you should. Well, the top one has to be S. That's always how every tier list works.
S.
He doesn't know how name tier list works.
This is going to be... Is it alphabetical after that?
Yes. God, you don't know.
Golly.
Well, it's just A, B, C, D. I don't think they do E and F. Like a regular grading system. S, A, B, C, D, E. No E. No E. No E.
G, D,
Just F.
Why no E?
Just like how grading is at school. There's no E.
Oh, why is there no E at school?
I think because it could be confused with excellent.
A, B, C, D, E. Yeah.
And F is definitely failure.
Is it G? Is it G on the tier list?
No.
So what? There's nothing under that?
No. It's
okay. So Con Air and Wild at Heart.
Are they both F tier?
Yeah, and then I'd probably The Rock. I don't know if The Rock is really F.
No, I wouldn't put it F tier. No, I would maybe even put it like a B. The Rock wasn't that bad.
It was as good as Raising Arizona. I'd put it the same as Vampire's Kiss. How about that? Vampire's Kiss.
Yeah, that sounds good.
C.
Yeah, C tier.
Yeah.
The Rock is C tier.
Comma. I was just gonna put like a thing. Like that. I don't know. Comma.
Yeah, because it's a list of things. I can't wait for you guys to see this as a visual to be edited in the video.
Don't put pressure.
This is gonna finally make it. Bring us to the next level of podcasting.
So Con Air, yeah, okay. And then what was the movie? Face Off.
Yeah.
I'd probably put it B. Raising Arizona.
Oh well. Yeah, that I would agree. Face Off as a B. Red Rock.
Beautiful.
Nice. Leaving Las Vegas definitely still S. Honestly, I feel like Vampire's Kiss should be higher, maybe.
B.
Yeah, maybe. It's not A. It was just
I would. Well, no, I don't think.
strange.
I don't think it's A. I don't think
It shouldn't
it's
be
A.
a C.
I don't think it
Shouldn't be a C though, right?
I don't. I could go either way.
Then do A.
No, no, a B or
We
C.
won't go
I'm
that
saying
way.
B or C.
You
I
won't
could.
go any
I'm
of
saying
them.
B or C. I could
Well,
go.
then a B.
Okay.
Or A.
Then good. I'm doing a B.
You just said copy it, which I think means you just deleted it.
Oops. Why don't I just write it out? Wait, what was it again?
Because it's going to take more time for you to
was,
type the whole thing.
God,
God, I got to type the whole thing.
There you go.
Leaving Las Vegas, Face Off, Raising Arizona. God, I'm proud. Proud of what we put together.
It looks good.
It looks good, and I can't wait
Sabotative.
for you guys to see how good it looks.
So yeah, that's the movie. The next movie
We did it, guys.
we'll be talking about
Taylor Swift?
Taylor Swift.
No!
It's coming out.
Taylor Swift.
December 12th?
The end of Anorexia?
Wait.
The end of Anorexia.
Anera? What's Anera?
Anera.
Is that bread?
The end of
Oh,
Anera.
I think it's Panera bread.
Panera.
Yeah. Okay.
Home Alone?
I'm alone. Christmas vacation.
What's this next movie? You know, I noticed Nick Cage was in Face Off as well as Con Air.
Have we ever seen Con Air and Face Off in the same room together?
Snake Eyes
Okay.
or City of Angels? Both of
Well,
them.
City of Angels is a rom-com.
But it has a better ranking. It has a better rating.
Do you wanna? I'll do it if you really want to.
I don't want to. That
We got a lot of movies to get through. Just saying.
I'm okay.
If you want to be adding movies.
I'm okay with that. But I thought we were looking for the better ones, not the.
Okay.
We're literally just reading rom-coms just because they're rom-coms, not because they're bad.
Let's skip Snake Eyes. Let's just go straight to 8mm.
Okay.
Because this is genuinely, this is a good movie. 8mm.
I'm going to text myself the name of the movie so I don't have to ask next time.
And then the movie right after that is Bringing Out the Dead, which is also a really good movie. So I'm glad we get 2 really good movies to watch before we get to the 2000s. Because in the 2000s, it gets a little rough for Nick Cage's career. But there's still a few good ones. Just
don't say things like that.
not really on the same level.
All right, I got to go. I got to poop.
8mm. You got to poop. Good night. Goodbye.
Good night, Las Vegas.
Kiss your daughter.